testing the little Variac that I got off eBay. Good evening, YouTube. 7:25 in the evening on this Saturday. As promised, I'm here in the workshop with the little demonstration going on. So, like I say, without further ado, let me show you exactly what we have hooked up here, and we'll go from there. Alright, now that you've seen our little diagram, it's the same diagram as we've got laying down here. I wanted to make sure I was hooking this up right. This is how the Variac is hooked up to the power transformer. The power transformer output the, let's see, I don't know exactly if I can see it now. Yeah, red and the red-white here, well actually on the transformer, are hooked up to the meter up there, which I'm going to show you here as soon as we start cranking up the voltage. I'm going to do a handheld until I can get me some kind of another, camera boom or tripod or something to get over on this side. It's a little bit difficult to do, so I've got the input, this part down here, on the plug. I don't have a fuse in line, but the plug is plugged into the Variac variable supply, and we're going to crank that up to basically 120 volts. We're going to monitor the monitor everything as we do it, because make sure there's no shorts or anything like that in it. And let me turn this on, make it hot. I'm going to call out the voltages. We're at the minimum. We are at 10 volts. No showing on the what do you call it at all on the meter, on the AC meter. So let's go ahead and go up. No amperage being drawn. That's good. So there is 60 volts. Still no reading on the AC meter. No amperage being drawn. Again, I think everything is hooked up right. I'm going to continue. So let's go up to 100 volts. And for the purposes of this test, I think that's where we'll stop. So there we go. We got 100 volts on the Variac, and we have nothing showing on the power transformer or the AC meter. Like I said, I'll see if I can hook this other camera going. I will show you that when it comes up, I will show you. Let me crank this up just a bit. I want to hold this tight. Alright, there we go. I have 60 volts now on the out of the power transformer here. I didn't really even show you that, did I? But it's sitting right there. So it's there. And so I do have 60 volts. Let me show you that on the meter. You can see there's 60 volts, and I'm going to crank this up a little bit more. You can see it's going up as I turn this up. There is our 100 volts. And that is basically what we have going in. Now, I'm not really sure why I'm going to be getting more from this. It appears I'm going to get more out of this than bargained for, I guess. So let me turn it up a little bit more. Wow, there's 130. Either I've got something hooked up wrong or something, but I still have no current draw at all. So, oh no, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm figuring that this should be the output of the Variac, and this is not the Variac output. This is the output of the power transformer, which should actually go up to 480 volts. So let's continue on that very carefully. I do have a slight current draw now, very slight, showing 10 milliamps. I'm up to 186. Let me, oops, I was afraid of that. It's not going to hold together very well. I want to take it up about 300 volts, and then we're going to stop. Because like I said, I've only got 90 or 100 volts on the, what do you call it? I just want to make sure this is working. Alright, there's 303. Let me show you that on the, there you go, 303 on that. Here's our meter. You know, it's 99, it was 99.5, but it's went down just a little bit. Line voltages vary, so it's no big deal about that. So, you know, with that input, I've got 300 volts output, and I still don't have this up all the way. You can see, I think, it's up to 70%. So I pretty much easily could crank it up enough to get the full output. And I'm going to try it. What the heck, I ain't got nothing to lose, right? Famous last words. You can see now we're drawing 20 milliamps. We are up to 400 volts. And there is our maximum. So, yes, it is true. Here's our maximum with the Variac cranked up all the way, 434 volts. So, there's that. There's our look at the input, 99.6, 30 milliamps now. And I'm going to go ahead and crank this up a little bit on the other Variac and see what we come up with. We should, at 120, we should have 480 on the other meter. So let me do that. Just taking up to 40 milliamps now. There's 50 milliamps. And we're already up over 500 volts on the other one. So I think 117 is all we'll take it up to. There you can see 117, 50 milliamps. Here's our output voltage right here, 509. So we know for a fact that this does work. And it does work properly. In other words, when you crank it up and down, it goes up and down. So let me put this over here real quick. See if I can get this to stand up by itself. So watch me do this. I'm going to hold these things here. I'm going to call out the voltages. Going down to 482, 460, 425, 400, 375, 350, 325, 300, and you can see it does operate smoothly, which I am very happy about. So as we went down, you can't see it, but the amperage meter on the Variac, on the big Variac, is down to 10 milliamps again. So like I said, I forget what they call that inside the transformer windings that draws current. It's not actual current being, you know, in other words, it's not being sucked out of the transformer as far as output, but it is, like I said, a draw on the electricity. So anyway, that's what we're at and what we're doing. So we're down to 300 volts. Let's go on down. There's 250, 200, 150, 100, 50, and we're down to 0. That Variac works perfectly, so I'm happy about that. I just wanted to do the test to make sure it is working. As you will soon see, once I receive the package I had mentioned earlier, the reason for this, it will become evident then, I do believe. Like I said, we're going to see what's going on with it. And so I've got basically now good components for my power supply. All I have to do is I'm waiting on the capacitors to get here. I have everything else, I think. Maybe a resistor I'm missing, but anyway, I have most of it. So happy about that. Let me turn this Variac down over here before I forget that. I don't like to do that. I like to keep it down, even though I do turn it off, and it goes off with the electricity anyway. There you go, all completely off now, and we're completely off of voltage. So that is a good demonstration, I believe, on the whole operation here. And I'm not going to belabor this fact because, like I say, I told you what I wanted to do, and I have done it. And I'm happy about that. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.